Good day, guys. MFWest here, and if I could do a breaking news, like a news flash, I would. But if you didn't know, Blizzard have announced a sort of corruption vendor kind of thing that a lot of people have been asking for centuries. I don't know about you guys, but since the start of the patch, I'm not sure if that was 5 months ago, I have not received gushing wounds, and I've been getting PvP chests, a duelist PvP chest since the beginning of the patch. So that's 2 chests each week. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So there are multiple layers of RNG in corruption, and I think people are just getting sick of it, myself included. And I think Blizzard has started to listen to the community, and they've finally released a corruption vendor kind of thing, and they're trying to help out with the cloaks and just make alts more friendly. But this is far too late, right? They're doing this at the very end of the expansion, and this should have been done like the alt friendly kind of side of things should have been done at the very beginning. So what are we left with? Now, I'm just going to go through the changes in this blue post that we have here. Okay, so the main things to note is that Echoes of Ny'alotha are now the currency to purchase corruption. Mother will be a sort of vendor. So how's it going to work? She's going to have a list of corruptions. We don't know how many as of yet. There will be a list of corruptions that will be available to buy. You will then be able to buy it and be able to use it on an item. Now here's the catch. The item that you use the corruption on cannot be an item that has been cleansed. So be very careful with buying BOEs on the auction house because you don't know if the person who's put it up there has actually cleansed it. Cleansing a BOE does not make it soulbound. It still keeps it as a BOE. Be very wary when buying BOEs, guys. If anything, I'd be very careful right now. Okay, so the next thing to note is that there will be a rotation twice a week. Mother will change the list of corruptions that she has to offer, and you'll be able to buy them. Now, how much will they be? There's a list. So Blizzard have actually supplied a table of how much they will be. So, for example, rank 3 Twilight Dev, which is a pretty massive damaging corruption that a lot of tanks use, is 15,000. Okay, and a rank 1 Masterful is 3,000. Now let's be honest. I think gushing will probably cost between 5 and 6,000 for the rank 1 and maybe even more. Who knows what Blizzard will do? But when gushing comes into the rotation, you can just bet that 1 million players are going to buy it. So you have to have a piece of gear that has no corruption on it. So doing content of all kinds to try and get items with no corruption is massive. If you have items that are high item level and have corruption, you can't cleanse it and put on a bought corruption. That's the downside. Blizzard are working on a way to fix that, but I don't know if that will be fixed by the time this goes live. So at the moment, they've announced that this will most likely go live, not this coming reset, the week after. What will go live on the coming reset tomorrow is that the Echoes of Ny'alotha drop rate will be increased. So you'll be able to start collecting and farming Echoes of Ny'alotha on your main. Now my DK currently has 20,000 stored up because I never bought essences on my DK. I got them all from doing content. I haven't been pursuing Echoes of Ny'alotha, but it's just naturally kind of built up. So there's no reason for me to really to worry about collecting them. But now I have 20,000 to start with, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now let's just think about this. What does this mean for Raid, Arena, and Mythic Plus? Raid, I think there's going to be it's going to be a buff basically to the Raid. Yeah, in basically a month's time, your raid group will be able to go into each encounter with a list of OP corruptions that they've never been able to get before, and just smash the bosses. Like gushing wounds is such good single target and priority damage that bosses are gonna be. It's basically like a little buff to the raid. Let's be honest, guys. Mythic Plus, all tanks will be able to run Twilight Dev. Aggro will hopefully not be a thing, will not be a problem anymore, and damage is going to be absolutely absurd. Yeah, everyone will be able to run into dungeons with their preferred setup. Mythic Plus, MDI, all that stuff will be great, and you're going to see a lot higher keys pushed in the wall. I think the highest key right now is a 26, 27. That's probably going to go to 30 when this corruption change goes in. Arena, when Gushing Wounds is in the rotation of Mother, it's going to be absolutely insane, guys. I don't know if any of you have watched the Tournament Realm, but with like 5 or 6 pieces of gushing on one toon, which is what you can run, it's going to be insane. Like the amount of damage that you can do. Now, let me just talk about the potential corruptions that you will want for DK in specific areas of the game. For raid, gushing, expedient are going to be massive, guys. Are going to be massive. Perhaps a few mind flays in there as well. I don't think infinite stars is as valuable as the other three that I've mentioned before, but I think expedient and gushing are going to be massive for us in raid. Massive, massive, massive. Maybe some Twilight devs for more of the cleave bosses as well. Arena, gushing wounds, versatile, and expedient are going to be massive for us. So versatile. There might even be some builds where you run a full versatile build against certain comps, but gushing wounds definitely going to be the play for damage. And for Mythic Plus, masterful, expedient, and honestly, you could probably run gushing on Tyrannical Week. No joke. It's pretty trivial, along with a few Twilight devs, maybe if you have room. But it's just going to get insane. So big, big thing for the game. A lot of things will be happening. If any more tips and tricks come out in terms of farming Echoes of Ny'alotha, I will let you guys know. But this is just basically a news flash for anyone that wasn't aware of what's happening with Echoes of Ny'alotha and the potential corruption vendor. So thank you, Bliz, for listening. I'll keep you guys posted. Follow me on social media at MFWest WoW on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll keep you guys posted there. Thank you very much for watching the video. Catch you guys next time. See ya.